Dear students, today we will further discuss another control structure known as loops. So we have discussed one of the control structure as if statement that was executing some of the statements when the criteria is true or the condition is true, or not executing those statements. However, in the program we also need some other type of statements as a control structure as well. For example, if you want to print on a screen counting from 1 to 10, so what you will write? Cout 1, Cout 2, Cout 3, Cout 4, Cout 5, and so on. So you need to write 10 instructions, and every time you are writing counting. So when you are repeating some of the instructions, then that kind of task can be controlled using loops. So we say that it repeatedly executes a set of instructions. So let's have an example of printing the counting. So one of the way would be Cout 1, Cout 2, Cout 3, Cout 4, and Cout 5. And you have seen in all of these 5 instructions we have just written the counting. So let's try to write it using loop. So you say int I is assigned 1 while I is less than equal to 5, Cout I, and I is assigned I plus 1. And as these are two statements, then we need to write the in the curly brackets. So such a loop was also discussed in one of the previous modules, that how it executes. So let's refresh your minds that it starts with a base condition that I is initially 1, and then it checks this condition. 1 is less than equal to 5, the condition is true. If the condition is true, then these two statements will be executed. So it will print the I. So currently I is 1, so 1 will be printed. And then I is assigned I plus 1, this statement. So what this statement is doing, this is an assignment statement which we have already learned, that this will increment I with 1 and again store in the I. So the I will become 2, and then this loop will again check this statement, the condition. 2 is less than equal to 5, the condition is true. Then again it will come to this line and it will see out this I. So 2 will be displayed, and then I is assigned I plus 1, I will become 3. Then again it will check the condition, I is less than equal to 5. So 3 is less than equal to 5, condition is true. The 3 will be printed, 4 will be printed, 5 will be printed, and then I will become 6. So when I will become 6 and this condition is checked, so 6 is less than equal to 5, the condition will be false. When the condition will be false, these two statements Cout I and I is assigned I plus 1 will not be executed. So you will print the counting until 5. However, printing counting using these 5 statements, if you want to print counting until 1000, then you need to write 1000 instructions of Cout. However, in loop, you just need to change this 5 and you need to replace this 5 with 1000 and you are done. So, int I is assigned 1 while I is less than equal to 5, Cout I, and I is assigned I plus 1. That's it. So let's run it. So we are giving counting of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we want to change this value 5 with 100, so let's see what will happen. It has printed the counting starting from 1 until 100. Wow. So that's it. And if you want to print the table, for example, the table of 5, 5 into 1 is equal to 5 and 5 into 2 is equal to 10, something like this until 10. So you can just write it like this, rewrite this code. 5 as the table of 5 you want to print. 5 into 1, 2, 3, it will be changing, and then equal, and then 5 into I, and then backslash n, which will learn that it will print next thing on the next line. So let's see what happens now. So it has actually printed the table of 5. 5 into 5, 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15, 5 4s are 20. So this is repeated structure, and we have written only one statement which has printed the table of 5 until 10. And if we want to print this table until 20, we just need to change this 20, 10 with 20, and you can see now the table until 20 has been printed. And if you want to print until 200, so just need to change this 20 with 200, and you have printed this table until 200. So this is basically the power of loop, that whatever we are repeating, you can replace that repetition using the loops. So we have learned about the repeated structure loops, and we have practiced this loop using offline and online version of C++ compiler, and we have seen that using loop you can control the flow of your instructions. So it will not be executed one instruction, then second, then third, then fourth. Instead, loop will check the condition, and if the condition is true, then it will again execute the same instructions again and again. And if you have put or inserted 100 instructions in the while loop body, so those 100 instructions will be executed until when you want to execute using the condition which you have given in the small brackets of while, that while I is less than equal to 10 or I is less than equal to 200 and so on.